Everything that you see or hear or whatever in social media may not be based on the truth, allegedly.
Okay, where did you hear about that? And don't say the internet.
Where's my bell? Where is my bell? Just because it is out there in the social media world does not mean it is true.
I bought a friend off the internet.
Let that sink in.
We need to rely on trusted news sources.
So she found her niche of slapping white men, and she goes around slapping them, allegedly.
Good.
Or she could be pretending to pull the heartstrings of people so that they can fund her life, in a sense, through GoFundMe.
Oh, is it hot in here?
Allegedly, there are so many scammers out there.
Me scammed? That's impossible.
And they know exactly how to pull your heartstrings to get you to divert from feeding your family to feeding theirs through false means.
You got scammed.
When people use absolutes like all men or know this or never or always, now you're treading on dangerous territory.
The truth is, real friendship can't be purchased off the internet.
Allegedly.
So many services going on. Everything. Whatever you can think of is out here. Motor vehicle, you want to take a bath, haircuts, all kinds of health services, job information, everything. I want everybody to come out and enjoy themselves today. This is all about unity in the community. That's what we're doing here. It's all about love. I'm with New Jersey Department of Labor, but I'm also here representing Blessed Ministries because I'm stationed there twice a week. So come on out. It's all about changing lives. That's what we're trying to do. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Montague.
You are entering the Urban Suite with Dr. Lisa Lacan. Let's talk about urban issues plaguing our community.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear.
Let's talk about mental health. Hello, my urbanites. You have entered the Urban Suite with me, Dr. Lisa Lacan. Welcome. Listen, we have a awesome show tonight. We have Quality Dental School of Technology right from here. East Orange, New Jersey. But before we bring them out, we have a couple of things to discuss. Namely, I need you to like, I need you to share, I need you to give this video a thumbs up. Also, remember, I have my Urban Suites, my different ones. Urban Suite number 1, you can donate $2.99 a month. All proceeds go to Blessed Ministries. You can do Urban Suite number 2, and that's for $6.99 a month, as well as our Penthouse Urban Suite for $24.99 a month. All of those donations go to Bless Ministries Incorporated, who sponsors Urban Twos for Change, the premier workforce development agency in the state of New Jersey. So guess what? We have a winner. Where's my bell? Oh, Miss Rose Harris. So my Urbanites, remember when I went to the Essence Festival and I met Dr. Barbie Peterson, and she has developed the Big Mouth toothbrush. I purchased a couple, and I said to you, my Urbanites, the first one that emails me will get a free Big Mouth toothbrush. And guess what she did? She emailed me and I delivered her Big Mouth toothbrush. So guess what? We're going to have more giveaways. If you donate to Bless Ministries with that $2.99, $6.99, or our penthouse suite at $24.99, you too can have one of the giveaways. I don't have the pictures up right now, but we have some books that we are desperately trying to give away, backpacks, and perhaps more toothbrushes, which is perfect for tonight's show. And listen, I use Big Mouth toothbrush. Look at my teeth. Ding. Look at that. I love my Big Mouth toothbrush. So with that said, also, you can catch us here every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have to look at my paper because I'm on so many other platforms. Let's see, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, Spotify, and Facebook Podcasts. You can check me out on those podcasts. If you don't want to necessarily look at my face, you can listen to the sound of my voice. All right, so we will be right back after these messages and our missing person segment. All right, so we are back with our missing person segment. So anyone who is new to the Urban Suite, every Tuesday when I do my live show, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I do someone that is missing. And tonight is no exception. Now, I have to say this missing person report kind of hits home because they are from my hometown, Washington, D.C. And not only are they from my hometown of Washington, D.C., they're from the area that I grew up in. And they're sisters. So let's go with LaShawn Johnson first. So LaShawn has been missing. They've been missing since September the 14th, 2023, again, from Washington, D.C. She's only 14. 14. So I need you all to take a look at her picture. All right. I need you to share this information. This is someone's child that is missing. She's a female. Her race is Black. Her complexion is medium. Her height is 5'6". She's 160 pounds. Her hair color is black. Her hair length is shoulder, and her eye color is brown. Now, this is the location last seen. LaShawn Johnson and her 12-year-old sister, we're going to put up her picture next. Story Johnson were last seen in the 1300 block of Fort Stevens Drive in Northwest DC on Thursday, September 14th, 2023. That is her sister, Story. Story Johnson missing. We have LaShawn Johnson, who is 14, and then we have Story Johnson, who is 12 years old. She is, again, she's a female. She's Black, medium complexion. Her height is 5 feet. She's 135 pounds. Her hair color is black. Her hair length is shoulder length, and her eye color is brown. Again, missing since Thursday, September the 14th, from Washington, D.C., Fort Stevens Drive, Northwest. Listen, my Washingtonians, my homegrown people, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to look at her face, look at Story's face, look at the pictures. I need you to share this information. If anyone has any information, they can contact the Metropolitan Police Department at area code 202-727-9099. I'm going to repeat that number one more time, along with the Black and Missing Foundation Incorporated number. All right, that number is 202-727-9099. And then you can contact the Black and Missing Foundation Incorporated at 877-97-BAMFI. Let's bring LaShawn and Story Johnson home. All right, so Mr. Producer, what do we have up next?
Quality Dental School.
That's right.
The first African-American female to own a dental school in the United States, Dr. Joyce Bryant. We have 3 programs. We have a CNA program, we have a dental assistant program, and we have a dental tech program. Our dental assistant program and our dental tech program are 1-year programs. After 6 months, you can sit for your state boards and you can start working. After a year, you get your national certification, where you can work anywhere in the country, as well as get your associate's degree after a year. Starting pay for a dental assistant, $60,000. Starting pay for a dental tech, $80,000. Call 973-414-8618. That's 973-414-8618. Quality Dental School. My name is Mr. Hunter. We'll see you at school.
All right.
All right, so we have Dr. Bryant and we have Mr. Hunter from Quality Dental School. Now, let me read something real quick, all right? So Quality Dental School of Technology was founded by Joyce Bryant, Dr. Bryant. The school has offered theory and hands-on training since 1998. Originally, the school was a dental lab in East Orange, New Jersey, established by Dr. Bryant in 1984. When she became aware of the lack of lab qualified technicians in the dental industry, Dr. Bryant's future goals expanded to opening a dental technology school. All equipment and tools used for training has a practical application. Quality Dental School of Technology Incorporated has programs that train students in the dental industry, and they are here in the Urban Suite. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, wonderful. Thank you for entering into the Urban Suite with me. Now, it was something that really struck a chord with me in a wonderful way, something that Mr. Hunter said. Dr. Bryant, you are the first African American woman in the United States to open, operate, direct, and work in and teach classes in a dental school. That is amazing.
Yeah. I often said to myself, where do I begin? I started out in this industry in the 12th grade. My mom had 5 kids. I was the second oldest. And knew that I had to do something because she shared with me that you got to go to work. I got 3 kids underneath you. And with that, she was very instrumental in me starting this career as a dental tech. She actually named the school Quality Dental School. First, it was Quality Dental Lab. I love her so much. She's 85 years old. But she took and she instilled in her children that you must go to work, you must get an education. And through high school, it rung in my spirit. And I think about a teacher I had, I don't know if I'm out of order, but I'll never forget, I was drawing and sketching. My mind was to go to college to run computers. And I had a teacher saw a talent that I didn't have, that I thought I didn't have. And he simply said to me one day, I bet you can't carve this tooth. And I said to him, I said, Mr. Warren, I can carve that tooth. I carved it, brought it back. The next day, entered a class, he said to me, I bet you can't carve this tooth. I smiled at him. The next day, I brought back and carved all the teeth. And he said to me, looked under his glasses, he said, have you ever heard of a ceramist? I said, no, but I can carve the teeth, Mr. Warren. He said, the ceramist is the highest paid in the industry, and you have the ability to do so. And with that ability to do so, he said, I would like to introduce you to a school that's rated #1 in the country. It's a 3-day test, and I feel as though you have the ability to take that test and pass it. But guess what? I went in there, and I didn't see any Black folks. I'm looking for Black people so I can talk, 18 years of age. And when I got in there, I was running late off the PATH train, walking to Park Avenue, 23rd Street. And when I got in there, I told the teacher I was in his class. And he pointed to sit down, come in. And when I went in, I'm walking quick, and all I heard was chairs squeaking, squeak, squeak, squeak. When I turned around to sit, the whole class was looking at me. Still didn't understand that I was breaking records and histories throughout the industry. And became a technician that was able to work with Joe Pesci in Home Alone. I did his teeth with Michael Jackson as a villain. And I think about all those things. My heart now is returned back to high school. Little chocolate girl from North, graduated from Malcolm X Shabazz High. I want to go back and let them know if I did it, you can do it.
Wow.
That's where I'm at.
Wow, that is beautiful. That is amazing. And then after that experience, tell us about like your schooling. What does it take to be where you are now? Like the levels of school, the different schoolings that you went through?
Well, what I did was, like I said, one of the schools I went to was rated #1 in the country. So you couldn't just walk in there. It was a 3-day test. I had a very good teacher, and he prepared me for that exam. So when I walked into the school and I took the test, and still it was there was no blacks in the industry that worked as a ceramist. I only knew two more, and that
Mm,
was it in our area. One was in New York, and one was in South Jersey, and then it was myself. And it was a type of industry that once you learn the trade, you can do very well for yourself. But black people back then in the 70s, all they did was clean.
mm,
They couldn't go into what they call a porcelain department because only thing you can go in there and do is sweep the floor, empty the trash. You couldn't even wipe off the tables.
mm.
So when I start seeing that and got accepted at NYU, got my doctor's degree in there, and then I began to, it's just so crazy. I'm thinking about things. A young lady, they're closing down the hospital in Newark, and what happened was they were looking for a job, and the hospital was closing. And I think now it's a vocational school, Essex County Vocational Schools now. Well, make a long story short, I trained them. I took my college books and I started training them how to do the work.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that they wasn't just going to walk in the job, and I taught them. They got a job, and a young lady, Miss Dancy, kept saying to me, "You could get paid for this." And I said, "No, no, no, no.
Mm.
Just did it. Don't worry about it." And she kept coming back. She gave me the information. Make a long story short, I took my teacher, shared it with him. He sat down and showed me exactly how to teach. And the man that actually introduced me to the industry helped prepare me to own a dental school.
Oh, wow. So he was like your mentor?
He was like a mentor. He always encouraged me, always shared with me, you can do this. You have the ability to do this.
Mm,
My heart and mind, I always want to go back and give back because I know exactly where I was. And at that time, just wanted to go to college and learn how to run the computers
mm-hmm.
and did not realize the talent that I had until a teacher identified it.
Wow.
So it's a good thing. I'm, like I said, I just think about my life and I'm so ever grateful. A lot of doors I know that I knocked down, sat on a lot of national boards, and a lot of times folks didn't think I was going to make it there.
Mm,
They did a Hall of Fame, and one of the board members shared with me through a letter about they always whisper she's not going to make it.
mm.
Her own curriculum.
It's so interesting that you would discuss this because you are definitely, a woman in the STEM field and the sciences, technology, engineering, math, that whole industry. I just moderated a memoir of a very good friend of mine. She's in the STEM field. It's called Seeking Science.
Hmm.
Like you, was pretty much the only one,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh my gosh, how do you do that? I mean, even for myself, I'm the first African American woman, Black, to graduate with a PhD in the program that I went to at Rutgers University, psychiatric rehabilitation.
Hmm.
And it's like, oh my gosh, why is that? And I think that's a very loaded question. And, I want to spend a little time on exactly what you do, but definitely I really applaud you because you are a trailblazer. Absolutely. And I appreciate you being in the urban suite with me. And like I said earlier, you are officially an urbanite. There you go.
Well, one of the key things that I would say is that inside our school system, we have to start introducing our children, starting about, I would say, seventh grade,
Mm,
different industries. You know,
mhm.
I got a slogan I use, and the slogan I use is that Quality Dental simply said everyone should be offered the opportunity for success. as a productive citizen in our community. That's the power of the community growth.
Yes.
But if we never introduce our children to those things, then guess what? They always be falling to the wayside.
Right.
I had a teacher that just simply saw a talent in me that I didn't even see in myself. So it's time for us to go to career day. Start talking with them about different industries. Letting them know that, hey, yes, I'm from Newark.
Yes.
Went to Malcolm X Shabazz High School. You can do this.
Yes.
Stay focused.
Yes.
Learn to get up when that table is not right and you sense that it's something that ain't right. I was taught that. Get up and walk away. Saved me a lot of headaches as I got older.
Now, as a technician, what exactly do you all do?
What we do here as a dental technician, I tell the students that you are a restorer. Whatever the doctor extracts, there has to be a key person he's working with to restore. So the object to the game is understanding the anatomy of the arch, understanding why you put teeth where they do. I take it out of all of the hype words because we're visual people.
Right.
And I take it and simplify the definition, and then I begin to work with them and talking with them on the capacity to show, hey, can be a lot simpler. Take it out all of the this, that, and the other and simplify it. And then next thing you know, a lot of the technicians that graduated have made last year over $115,000. Some of them went on to become dentists. One kid called me, a laboratory he's working at, doctor owns the lab, owns the practice. So it's a franchise. They want to pay for him to go back to college to become a dentist.
Wow.
So when I hear things like that, I don't get caught up in my title. What I get caught up is just throwing little nuggets so they can chew it.
Yes.
And letting them know when you present yourself, going to work every day. I don't talk like a big professor. I just talk to them. I say, all your problems, leave it at the door. Ask you how your weekend, Jessica got out of jail. Great weekend. Thank you for asking. It's all about letting them know there are twists and turns in life, but you stay focused in what's going to cause saturated wealth come your way. Stay focused that you own your own business, that you don't work for someone all your life. Learn how to invest.
Yes.
I talk about that. I talk about that even in the classroom. I'll do a workshop, have a banker to come and say, why did I choose this bank? You don't just choose a bank because it's down the street. What is this bringing to you that you're able to put in there thousands of dollars? That money they're going to use to invest. So those are the things I talk about. I talk about a lot of different stuff, more than just teeth, but I make sure they understand the law on how to set teeth. I make sure that when a dental assistant, chairside dental assistant, walk into that practice, shake that doctor's hand, she understands the type of offer that is, whether it's orthodontist, work with special needs kids, whatever her job is, she knows the instruments she needs to be working with.
Wow.
It's all about not only teaching them the trade, but let them understand what they are. So when they sit and talk with that doctor, part of his team, you're making him millions, so you should be paid very well for that.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. So when you said that if your teeth are extracted, so basically you do like dentures,
implant cases, they do anything that doctor wants to restore.
Okay.
They restore whatever he removes, whether it's doing an implant case, whether it's a crown, whether it's a partial, full upper and lower denture, whatever he's asking of him to do as a technician. That technician must be able to provide it, but also be able to speak his language so he understands exactly what he has to do.
Right, right.
Right?
So let's bring Mr. Hunter up. So I have a question for Mr. Hunter in terms of say for instance, if I'm interested in enrolling in the program, what are my options as a potential student in terms of the programs that you offer, and how long are they and stuff like that?
Well, first of all, I just want to say thank you to Blessed Ministries. They Councilman Montague, in particular, he gives me the opportunity to speak on Wednesdays to the prospective clients. And I truly appreciate that. I truly appreciate you, Dr. Lisa, for having us on, and Joyce for giving me the opportunity to work with her. One of the main things that Quality Dental and Joyce has directed me to let people know that it's doable. Anything that you want to do is doable. If you have an interest in the dentistry field or a CNA, the application process is not difficult. If you go on the website, you can put your application on through the website. And funding, Quality Dental has several methods of funding. Veterans, it's just, she's made it so easy that she's made my job easy. So anybody who's interested in Quality Dental or any of the programs that we have, just basically go to the website, put the application in. Once you put the application in and you come down to the school and you talk in person, we customize your needs. We want everybody to win. So that's basically what we do.
All right. And the website for my audio podcast is qualitydentalschool.com. That's QUALITY dental DENTAL school SCH0. I was about to say .com. qualitydentalschool.com. That is the website.
Yes, and we have several programs. The CNA program, which is 6 weeks. We have the dental assistant and the dental tech programs, which are year programs. However, after 6 months, you can sit for your state certifications, which is big because you're talking about working 6 months into your schooling. After a year, you get your national certification. And people don't realize how significant that is because I'm a nurse. I've been a nurse for 37 years. And I was able to work in different states at different times of my life for different reasons. And having that liquidity, being able to be mobile like that, it just made my life so much easier. So getting your national certification is big, and you cannot get your associate's degree anywhere in 1 year. Dr. Bryant has developed a program where you can actually get your associate's degree. And a lot of people, they're professionals, however, they don't have degrees, or they, making really good money. But one of the things they want to do is get a degree. So you can actually do that and make good money. I mean, as a dental assistant, you assist the dentist and make about 40,000-60,000 a year.
And that's starting.
That's starting. I mean, and the thing is, you can negotiate. A lot of times, people don't realize when there's a need, then you have to know your value and your worth. And that's something that Dr. Bryant talks about also.
Oh, good.
Don't be scared to ask for a real dollar,
right?
Or top dollar, or because employers tend to lowball you.
Right.
Yeah. So Dr. Bryant, she talks about that, and she lets them know that this particular occupation that you're going in is so special that the average person just doesn't know. And my job is to let them know.
Wow.
To have them informed and let them know that possibilities are real, and that if you just commit, you will be successful.
Now, how do you all do with job placement? Do you all assist the students with finding employment as well?
Yes.
I could say this, 97, 98%.
Oh wow, that's your job placement rate once they
98,
graduate.
97, 98%. Yes. And the only reason why you don't get a job is you don't want to work, or
Mm,
you weren't really plugged in,
right, right.
And other than that, everybody else is always always calling back and reaching back and letting Dr. Bryant know that she's an angel.
Wow, that's I'm telling you that is awesome. So listen, my urbanites, if you are interested in this profession, definitely on Wednesdays you can come to Bless Ministries if you're in the Newark, New Jersey area. 23 Branford Place, Wednesdays. We are on the second floor, suite number 1. I believe Mr. Hunter, he gives a presentation every Wednesday. So if you are interested, definitely come down to Bless Ministries Incorporated to get more information about the program. And you can meet Mr. Hunter yourself and ask him personal questions about, your needs in terms of the hours of the day. How does it work if I have a child, and is there evening class, morning class, is it different? Like, ask him those questions. Also, I know that oftentimes we may not think about this field, but just go and see, because it may kind of pique something within you, your curiosity. So I think this is a fantastic, 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 fantastic opportunity for you all. Everyone that lives in New Jersey, check them out. Let's see, what does this say? Awesome, beautiful, soul giving our people a chance to build a future in a field where they probably thought they'll never have. She is truly a blessing. And that is from, who did that? Tashia, I can't see. I have to put my readers on, you guys. Oh my goodness. Oh yes, Tashia Laberth. That degree will get you further and unlock even more doors. And something that you said, Mr. Hunter, you don't necessarily have to stay here in New Jersey. Everyone may need, to have their teeth replaced in California, Montana, Georgia. I mean, and I think in our community, we have to think outside of the block that we live in and really think, you know what? I don't have to stay in New Jersey where the taxes are high. Oh, sorry. I don't have to stay in New Jersey. I can move down south with this degree. I can move down south with this skill. I can move, west with this.
Well, Dr. Lisa, let me say this.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people who are from other countries.
Yeah.
And once they get their national certification, there's no other school in the world that can compare. So you can go anywhere in the world and use your certification.
So you mean I can go to London?
You can go
I can
anywhere
go to
in
Africa.
the
I can
world.
go to London.
Anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world.
Listen.
We have had folks as far as Dubai have came to Quality Dental School. We have had dentists that couldn't get their license to practice here in the United States, come from India and learn the trade. We have had folks from everywhere, every walks of life. Sometimes I feel as though I'm in the UN because they come from different locations. And what blows me out of water, some of them are so well, when you walk in the classroom to begin to teach the class, they're sitting there with their hands folded, waiting on you.
Ready.
So it's the type of industry, again, anywhere you go in the world, people need teeth. Doctors need assistants. I had opportunity even to work with like folks from other countries that they go out to the villages and extract the teeth and do filling. So it's really actually, once you understand the industry as a whole, then you look to see where you fit,
right,
and working in the industry. And you'll be surprised. You really would be surprised. That's why I said there's so many industries out there, be nice to bring it, what I call home, and begin to share with them. And a lot of the students, I say to them, Google it before you come talk to me. I
Right.
need to make sure you understand what you're getting involved in. And then we're going to take and build a foundational frame. And then we'll go in and find out what part of that industry you really want to work in. And we learn to master that first.
And I think, you know, it's so important, oral hygiene, because I'm in workforce development. And the truth of the matter is, without your assistance in those replacements, it's very challenging for people to become employed. I can't imagine someone sitting across from me, and I'm going to be serious, sitting across from me with no teeth. I mean, who's going to hire that person? I mean, really, what you do is very important. And I think oftentimes we overlook that. Like, I see people, my clients, they need assistance with their dental work because it's going to be very hard pressed for them to become employed. It's going to be very hard pressed for their family to acquire wealth. I mean, these are little things that we kind of take for granted and we don't think about. Like, your service is definitely what we need. And it's so interesting because in my field and working with people who have been diagnosed with psychiatric disabilities a long time ago, and they may still do it now, but they used to extract teeth in the psychiatric hospitals.
Yes, yeah, that's right.
And it was like most of my clients, they had no teeth. And because they did not have teeth, they had low self-esteem. They could not find a job. I mean, these things.
Grinding their teeth and rotting their teeth, yeah, that's why.
Yes.
Grinding their teeth, yeah.
Yes. They work together. So it's more than just putting these things in your mouth, like the teeth in your mouth. It's really building your self-esteem. It's helping your body physically because of the amount of toxins. When your teeth are not healthy, your gums aren't healthy, your teeth aren't healthy. And then, like I said, if you want to go for a job interview, I know me, I look at people's teeth. Some people look at toes. I look at teeth. I can't see everybody's toes, thank God. But I look at teeth. That's one of the things that I think as a community, we really don't talk about this enough.
Dr. Lisa, let me say this. One of the unique things that drew me to work with Joyce, other than her inviting me to work with her, was the convenience. Let's take one of the programs, the dental tech program. The dental tech program is a very unique program because by you working by yourself, you can have a scattered background. So, if you've gotten some trouble, that kind of thing, it doesn't exclude you from being a dental tech. Another thing is convenience as far as schooling. Would you believe 1 day a week for 4 hours?
Oh.
1 day a week, 4 hours on.
Now, what program is that?
This is the dental tech program.
Oh,
so that means that you can actually work your regular job, and on Saturday mornings come down to the school, 4 hours, and do it for a year. Guess what? You're a winner. Winner, chicken dinner.
Wow.
But
all right.
Also, I just want to share with you guys, the CNA program also is in such strong demand. I look at the fact our baby boomers are getting older now, and we need folks prepared and ready, certified to work with the seniors and work with them on any capacity. Because, hey, I'm 64, I'm close to 65, so sooner or later, I may have to need one.
Right.
Joyce needs to really pat herself on the back because one of the things I say to prospective students, everybody's not built to be a nurse, but everybody's going to have to be a nurse at some point in time in their life. Somebody's going to have to take care of you, or you're going to have to take care of yourself, or a child, or a family member. So it behooves you to have some kind of knowledge about CPR and feeding and turning and just basic motor skills, knowing how to lift. Just having that awareness makes all the difference.
So repeat the programs that you all have.
Well, we have a okay. Go ahead, Joyce.
Dental technician. We have dental lab technician. We have a refresher course, and there's someone that's been out in the industry for a while. They have a plaster course. They have a associate degree course for crown and bridge, and also for porcelain. And we have chairside dental assistant, and we also have the CNA program. Is what we're working with.
And we're looking at a hygienist program.
Okay,
Yes.
wonderful. And
Quality Dental puts everything in perspective. I took an online course and I passed it, but I didn't understand everything until I came to Quality Dental, and I thank Ms. Bryant for it.
Here at Quality Dental, our director, Ms. Bryant, she's awesome. She helps everyone here. She works with all the students closely to ensure their success, and not just short term, but long term.
I would suggest that you do your due diligence and do your investigating and see the opportunity, because the career opportunity is wonderful.
wow, that's beautiful. From you all, Dr. Bryant, any last words that you would like to share with my Urbanites?
Well, there's quite a few different things. One of the things Shelton had mentioned is that we're going to start some programs like a dental hygiene program. We're looking to put those things in perspective. I've gotten some ideas of cross-training dental assistant and dental technician. So I'm looking to do things like that. So when they go before a doctor for a job, they're standing there, can be able to multitask, but also look to be paid for doing that multitask. We're just looking, and we're going to sit down with my board, and we're going to go over some things. And I got some stuff. I can't talk about it.
All right, I know, right? All right, Mr. Hunter, you have any final last words?
We just want to say thank you to Blessed Ministry and you, Dr. Lisa, and to say thank you to Joyce. She is an angel, and just to let everybody know, it's never too late. You're never too old. We've had students in their 60s, late 60s, early 70s, and you have to be at least 18, your high school diploma. And one of the things I've learned about being a professional, being a nurse, is that I was blessed to have a career early. And a lot of people don't understand the difference between a career and a job. And they really need to look towards a career, so this way they can employ themselves or be employed.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I want to thank you all, Dr. Joyce Bryant and Shelton Hunter from Quality Dental School of Technology. And put the website up one more time. QualityDentalSchool.com. That's QualityDentalSchool.com. QualityDentalSchool.com. All right. Thank you guys for being here. All right.
My name is Chantel Mack, and currently I'm a dental assistant. Went online, and that's when I discovered dental assisting. I had a really amazing teacher, Ms. Hudson. She was really informative and explained everything. I was actually top of my class, so as long as you're paying attention, and you'll do good. Both
of them are 6-month certification programs, 1-year associate degree programs. The dental assistance program, they start off between $40,000 and $60,000 a year. I would suggest that you do your due diligence and do your investigating and see the opportunity, because the career opportunity is wonderful.
Wow, that was
that was really good. That was really good.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
There's so many opportunities out there that people don't know about. That I'm glad we can help, give awareness to it.
Absolutely. There's so many opportunities and occupations that
Right.
Oftentimes we just see, the teacher, the fast food worker, the retail person, the warehouse worker, but there are so many opportunities
in between, because we'll hear about doctors, lawyers, and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But you don't know all the jobs that assist the doctor to be the doctor.
Right, exactly.
The nurses, the dental techs, the the dental assistants. Those are the ancillary people that actually make their jobs work. We Blessed Ministries helps pay for all of that type of stuff, with the training and stuff like that.
Yes,
so that's really
absolutely,
good.
absolutely. So if you are interested, again, you can definitely come on Wednesdays, 23 Branford Place, Newark, New Jersey, downtown Newark, 2nd floor, suite number 1. And the website to Blessed Ministries is www.bmiworks.org. All right. So what else do we have?
Well, real quick though, before we get out of here, there was a little bit of tragic news though. Did you hear about this story?
You know what? I did. And I'm a football
fan. You're a big football fan. So
huge football fan. And I was very disheartened at what I heard, but I'm not surprised. And I tell you why. Let's show the clip and I tell you why I'm not surprised.
Oh, okay. All right. Wait a minute now. Let's okay. Why you weren't surprised? Okay.
At Gillette Stadium,
we heard a commotion, which happens in stadiums all the time.
It was not the action on the field, but rather in the stands that had people on their feet.
We looked up and we just saw a bunch of people standing around in an area, and there were, a lot of the people that were standing around were filming with their phones.
Cell phone footage obtained by NBC 10 shows Patriots and Miami Dolphin fans going toe-to-toe at Sunday night's game. You can see them wrestling amongst each other, and at one point, a Dolphin fan is caught throwing a punch at a man wearing a Pats jersey. Witnesses tell NBC 10 the Pats fan, identified as 53-year-old Dale Mooney of Newmarket, New Hampshire, went unconscious. He was rushed to the hospital after officials say he suffered a medical episode and died shortly after.
No sport is worth, getting physical with anybody.
It happened in the 308 section of the stadium. Keith Noonan was in section 309 with his son.
Security rushed up. There was a police officer that rushed up as well. It looked like they brought a defibrillator, and they got the paddles out.
More than half a dozen officers and security guards seen here in this photo. Witnesses tell NBC 10 first responders did CPR for at least 10 minutes.
Shocked. We had to get everyone in that section had to get moved.
That's Devin Kerwin. We talked to him over the phone.
We all went there to enjoy the game, enjoy the sport, and I just think it's ridiculous what happens these days.
Kerwin said.
So here we have a father and his son at a football game wearing their respective jersey, the Patriots, and then the other team,
Miami Dolphins.
Right, Dolphins. So when you go to these games, the adrenaline is really pumping. So you have the adrenaline pumping, the alcohol is pumping, and then whatever anger, displaced anger that this other person has, it can be a perfect storm. But it's so sad that the son had to witness his dad's pretty much demise and death at the hands of someone who opposed them based on them wearing a different jersey. Yeah. Now, I've been to, professional games, and I have to say there are some fans that have a reputation, and I'm going to call them out now, Philadelphia Eagles.
Right.
People do not like visitors do not like going to the Eagles Stadium because stuff like that happens. And to me, I love football. And when people say, well, it's just a game, whatever, it is. At the end of the day, it really is. But I understand the emotional tie, the emotional connection that people have with the game is based on memories that you have with your parents watching a game, you know, someone taking you to a game and you establish bonds and friendships and things of that nature. And then you know, you are connected and you're one big family. However, when people go the extreme, it's horrible.
Yeah.
Now, the thing that I'm wondering, because when I first heard this story, did anyone call the cops?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
were they just filming initially on their phone for likes?
Well, look, I mean, but you know, there's police at the stadium, so they already have security and stuff like that at the stadium. So I guess people thought that it would have be taken care of or something like that, or like a lot of people did start filming, and they didn't actually jump in and try to break it up or anything. And as you see, nobody was accused of being cowards and anything for not breaking it up, as opposed to that story we had last week. You know? But they, you know, I guess they thought that it wasn't a big thing. Again, I don't really see as many fights and stuff happen in these games. As think about international soccer though. They have a lot of big riots and stuff over there. That's where you hear about a lot of fights and stuff. I feel like with soccer.
Well, you may,
I don't hear it that much.
I see the fights, but it does not end in death.
Right. It's not this big. It's not this.
Right. This ended up in death. Like, because even when I went to the Philly game, my team is the Commanders. Everyone knows Washington.
Yes, Washington Commanders.
They tried to start a fight in our own stadium with our fans. It didn't escalate, of course, to death, but it's like, come on.
Yeah, I actually never hear of it. Actually, I never hear of any fights and stuff at the games and stuff like that. If it happens, they don't publicize it like that. So this is an odd occurrence. This is a very strange. It was a freak accident, maybe. I don't think that the guy should necessarily be held on it. Like, it wasn't murder. It wasn't homicide or anything like that. He didn't intend to do that, I don't believe.
Well, I mean, if he didn't intend to do it, of course, that would be manslaughter. Because it wasn't
could be self-defense.
Huh?
It could be self-defense.
Well, it depends. They're gonna
We're
have
both fighting.
Huh?
They were both fighting, maybe, you know.
Well, it depends on who started the altercation. I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know.
They have to, you know, investigate, but it's a sad thing to go to a football game with your dad and then end up going to the hospital where your dad is pronounced dead.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's like, you prepare pretty much all week for this game.
Yeah, so now we got to deal with trauma associated with football and all that stuff now. So
yes, this is a very traumatic experience, and I pray that the son, you know, gets help, sees a therapist, you know, because he basically, in a nutshell, saw his father's demise.
Yeah.
So it's pretty sad. Dang, Curtis, why you ended on a sad note like this? You should have ended up on a highlight that my team is 2-0.
Oh, Lord. Well, look, I mean, I'm sorry. It's just that this happened. I mean, it's, you know, we sometimes got to cover the news a little bit. So, and last thing I guess we say is shout outs to the Washington Commanders and shout outs to my frat brother Lou Holder, who covers the Washington Commanders as a sports.
Maybe he can. I don't know if I would love for him to come on this show.
Yeah. I'll talk to him.
Yeah,
because I know you all love to talk about some Commanders
with the new team, the new owners.
He's got footage and all that stuff. I don't know none of those people are, but they big, whoever they are.
Yes, Chase Young is back. He's no longer on the injured list, and
I don't know nothing
we have
about
a new
what you
quarterback. So
I don't know nothing about that. But
so you would just step to the side anyway.
Yes,
That's
I have no knowledge of what you're talking about right now.
All right, so you know what? Next week, I think, now don't hold me to this, my urbanites, but I need you to do me a favor, Curtis.
What is that?
I need you to watch that Kirk Franklin Father's Day video.
It's like a music video?
No.
What? What is it?
It's sort of like his life story in 45 minutes based on his abandonment issues.
Oh, okay. That sounds interesting. Well, we'll have to see what it's on. What is it on?
Listen to this. Leading up to the sale of the album on October the 6th, called Father's Day.
Oh, okay. You know what? Is this a promotion for his? I mean, I'm not opposed to Kirk Franklin music.
No, but watch it because it's a very good topic of discussion.
A lot of people don't. A lot of people think he's too secular for their gospel music.
Yeah.
So, I don't mind him. I like them.
So check it out, and then maybe we'll see.
Okay.
All right. So what else we have? That's it?
Yes, we're gonna try to wrap it up.
All right. So I want to thank everyone for joining me in the Urban Suite tonight. We are here every Tuesday live, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, unless something happens or whatever. And now you can find me on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon, Google. What's the other one?
LinkedIn.
Oh my goodness. Which one?
LinkedIn.
Oh, LinkedIn. I'm on LinkedIn, and then Facebook Podcasts. So
Google Podcasts.
That's right. Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon, Spotify, Facebook, LinkedIn,
and YouTube.
Of course,
YouTube.
Thank you, YouTube.
Yes, thank you, YouTube. All right.
And then don't forget the different levels of what you can donate. Urban Suite number 1 is $2.99. Urban Suite number 2 is $6.99, and Urban Suite number 3, our penthouse, is $24.99. All of those donations will go to Bless Ministries Incorporated. And then you may ask, well, what do you do with the donations? So, say for instance, if our funding doesn't cover programs like for the dental school, that money can go to help students at the dental school. That money can go toward clothing for a job interview,
boots,
work attire. That's right, boots, work attire. What'd you say?
Haircuts, transportation.
That's right, all of that. So that's what those funds go toward. The thing is, we can't take these things for granted. Just because we are afforded these opportunities does not mean that someone is afforded those opportunities to just go to the store and buy interview attire. Now, one of the things that we try to instill in our clients is when you do go shopping, think about a job interview in your mind, because what you focus on will grow. So if you don't focus on purchasing interview attire, like even just khakis right now, just a regular khaki, a nice button-up shirt, just something. It could be used as an interview like outfit that you can just purchase just in case, because the interview is going to come up. And then guess what? If they do an interview on Zoom, do not interview in a wife beater t-shirt. No. That happened today.
Oh, Lord.
Yes.
Well, it's just bad enough with the Crocs and stuff on and the slippers.
Well,
you know
if you're
what I mean?
on Zoom, you can
do that on Zoom,
right? So you can just purchase nice shirts, because oftentimes you have interviews. Like I'm wearing a denim jacket, but I could have pajama pants on.
Right, you're right.
Oh, so I thank you all for tuning in. Until next time, remember, always in the Urban Suite is where you laugh, learn. What else is it? Oh my God.
Cry and grow.
And grow, yes. And then on that note, Molly, take us away. you.